Have you ever wondered if what you were doing was worth it? Why pursue something that seems impossible? Well, I honestly hope so, because that is the best way to see if you're growing, improving. If you're not setting those high expectations, whether you accomplish them or not, then you're really not doing yourself the service you need to get the most out of what you want to do in life. And, everyone has lessons to share from that journey, from that experience. And for me, as an Apex Legends player, boy, do I have lessons. What is up, everybody? My name is Flame078, and I am the biggest potato casual that plays Apex Legends ever. Self-appointed title. Come at me. Anyways, playing on a high tier level is not everyone's cup of tea, and I totally get that. Some people just want to vibe after their long day, right? They're not looking for that super sweaty session. And, I consider it an insanity and daunting of a task that I'm trying to even get to masters in Apex Legends ranked. It's just set up for, only the people who can sink in the most time to get something out of it. But I love the challenge. As much as I love vibing, I love the challenge as well. So today's installment of my journey across the ranks of Apex Legends is to talk about my success with certain legends, and talking about why I have success and why I think you will have success with these legends in ranked if that is something you're choosing to try to grind out. So without further ado, let's get to it. Solo queue is hard, and that's kind of, I forgot to mention it at the beginning, but that is the premise of everything of my experience. Is I've been doing this journey solo. I don't have a dedicated pre-made squad where I can consistently play and rank up. I'm always by myself. So that also changes the mentality of me making this video as well. Like, I want to ensure that if you're in my boat, that you can have success, right? Because it's crazy. It's a wild time. I can get into how you can improve the system for casuals, but in the meantime, let's just, we need to talk about how we casuals can make the most of it. And I always say this, I open with this: focus on what you can control. Period. Whether it's Apex Legends ranked or whatever, focus on what you can control. And in Apex ranked, it's really a couple of things: your gunplay, your movement, the way you fight engagements, the way you think about it. That is what you can control. Focus on improving that. Everything else will come. And to help you in that, legend selection kind of will allow you to do certain things, right? So let's start with Bangalore, the legend I recommend if you're a balanced Apex Legends player. And what I mean by balanced is the player that doesn't like to be super aggressive, but is also not super passive and being a loot goblin and, never touching a firefight ever, right? Someone in the middle who can smoothly go into both and be comfortable in both situations, right? Bangalore is great for this because she allows you to, be responsive to the environment in a way that is beneficial to the team. What am I talking about? So when you're in a firefight, the passive where you're moving, you get a speed boost. The smoke tactical allow you to create escape routes, to create distractions, diversions that help your team if you do them correctly. So if you're a Bangalore player and you're just trying to get a way out, use your smoke and your speed to get out of there, or to push in. Maybe they're shooting at you and you want to close in the gap. Use that speed to get in their face up and personal, right? That aggroness, the willingness to be engaged in firefights, amazing, excelling. It's so crazy. It was a lot of fun using her in that way as well. But, keep in mind, I'm always in the back of my head thinking about ways to retreat as well. And that's why I'm saying always think about the ways you can use your smoke to create that path of retreat. And also, if you loot up correctly, I recommend getting that digi threat whenever you can, and you're fighting in closed spaces. Bangalore slays. Unless you're fighting a Bloodhound, she will have advantage and dominate indoor engagements, hands down. But one thing I learned as I was playing her, right, is something that I took to, change myself in, was the way I used her ult. For the longest time, I've always used her ult as something, akin to how Gibby users supposed to use their ult. Throw it on top of a large group of people and hope to hit someone. And by shifting the focus on making sure using it properly as it's intended to zone people, creates a lot more level of success, especially in open areas of the maps that you play in, because this will guarantee that you can kind of predict where enemies are going to go, right? If you're holding on a choke point and you want people to come towards you, throw your ult in a direction and make the teams not go there, because obviously they don't want to get hit with a bunch of bombardment, so they're going to rotate the other way, right? So that's something that I had to learn as I was using her, and I found a lot of success with that. The fact that I was able to go in and out of engagements and kind of rotate myself out because I was getting focus fired on was really nice. And then it benefits my team as well, because I can provide an escape path with the smoke going back, or get their banners to reset and do that again. So again, I think these are the reasons why you will be successful with Bangalore if you're in that balanced mindset, right? We're going to call it the balanced play style. But what if you're not really about that? Maybe you're just so focused on being aggro because in your short time, you just want to get the most kills and see what you can do in that competitive space. Well, I think there is a legend that will fit your needs as well, and that is a Bloodhound, right? Bloodhound is great for these kinds of players to be in someone's face, and that's strictly because of how Bloodhound's ultimate really works. With that speed boost, with the wall hacks, with the red, you really get to see the enemies and just really be in their face. You really want to do that, right? Obviously, there are certain times where you can use their ultimate to kind of back out in a sticky situation, but if you're the type of person that just wants to see the battlefield, see the plan out your attack accordingly and go in, Bloodhound's great. You'll scan in a direction that you want to see the targets, and then boom, pop in your ult, and then there you go, call ham. Your teammates will be able to support you as long as they pick up on the scans, and you don't have to worry too much, right? Obviously, be smart about it. I'm not saying you can 1v3 someone with Bloodhound. That depends on personal skill. So I'm not saying Bloodhound will give you that edge automatically, but it is helpful to understand to pick off that one person who is completely by themselves for whatever reason and get that kill. And also their scans and help you by getting assist points. Remember, this is solo queue. This is ranked, and you're trying to get up. Right, so the best way to do that is by getting assist and kill points. And with the scan, Bloodhound gives you that. Bloodhound allows you to pick up those one or two extra assist points in a fight if your teammates knock them down after a scan. Perfect for that, right? And if you get a couple of kills along the way, even better. That is the point. That is exactly how Bloodhound should be used, and that's how I found success with Bloodhound as well. Just going in, popping my scan, and going in and trying to bring as many people down as possible, because with every kill, you increase the length of that ultimate. So it is very, very helpful. But not everyone can think balancedly and stay calm and be rational, and not a lot of people want to be super aggro in their short time playing, right? So there is something that, what can you do, right? Like what can you do in those situations where you don't want to fit those playstyles? Well, there is a legend for that, and I think the best legend that encapsulate the opposite of aggro is Crypto. Crypto is your guy if you're thinking long-term end game. Like, you don't care that you only play 5 matches in your 1 hour session, as long as those matches yield positive RP, your game. Crypto is your guy. Crypto is the best passive legend that you can use during your Apex Legends rank session, simply because of his skill set. His drone is top notch and clutch when it comes to just getting that information, getting those scans right. If you position that drone right, you can get those assists by getting those teammates down, those enemies down by your teammates, sorry. And it gives you information. Always scan, always figure out where the next ring location is. Will provide that long-term vision that you're looking for in these matches, right? You want to know where the next ring is. You want to loot away from people, right? Use that. again, if you're playing with randoms, who knows, you're tied to what they're going to do, but hopefully your randoms will pick up that you're crypto and will stick with you for the most part. I definitely don't recommend popping your drone or being in your drone constantly, right? That's not an effective way to use crypto. Just do a quick recon, place, and go in, because you are putting your team at a disadvantage every time you're in a drone. You don't want to be in your drone and people getting shot and you're just there just like, woo. No, don't do that. So if you're in the middle of fighting, your drone's not up, forget about it. And if you do have it up, always expect that drone is going to get destroyed. Now, when it comes to the EMP, I always like to think of it as like, FBI, open up right before you come into the attack. You really want to wait till the very last second, if possible, before you use the EMP, because that moment where they're stunned is clutch and key for you to take out that enemy, because that EMP is going to signal that there's a fight around, especially if it's in a visible area. Teams are going to be drawn to you, so you want to end that fight as quickly as possible. Because then now you're going to get third party, and you should always think that you're going to get third party. And this is honestly the bit out of my whole crypto spiel. This is the biggest thing. Your goal as crypto is to stay alive. Period. If things get dicey, retreat. Who cares if you're just being, kind of toxic in a way where you abandon your teammate in the middle of a fight? Your goal is to stay alive, because you can use your drone to recover the banners, and that is immensely much more important than trying to be a hero and 1v3, 1v6 people just because your teammates decided to do a bad push, right? That's where I feel crypto was amazing in my solo queue experience, was because half the time my team did something really dumb and I did not agree with a push or a rotation that they did. So I stayed a little back. Obviously didn't abandon them, but I stayed away to create a distance so that way I could retreat and kind of reset, because I'm not trying to fall because of other people's mistakes. And crypto is kind of the best legend for that, because you kind of have this justification for hanging back or disengaging, because they'll be like, oh well, he'll just get our banners. It's going to suck, don't get me wrong, your teammates are probably gonna be mad at you, but your goal is to stay alive, your goal is to get assists, kills, and stuff like that. So who cares, right? Who cares? And honestly, with that, I'm pretty sure that covers the gambit of playstyles. The balance, the super aggro, the super passive. Bangalore and Bloodhound, are great. Almost forgot what I was gonna say. They are great to get you along, right? Again, the more important thing is getting those kill assist points. And those legends got me pretty far. And crypto, that's how I pretty much made it to diamond. Playing that slow play style, playing that end game. I shifted, I was doing the play styles that I'm talked about in this video throughout my journey from plat 4 to diamond 4, right? So that's what I did, and that's why I think you'll be successful as well, because it does give you flexibility, and depending on your mood for your session, try it out. I highly recommend it. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys think I'm wrong or whatnot, let me know in the comments section down below. I imagine you guys have some thoughts, but I just want to hope that this stuff actually gets you success in ranked. We're gonna see in split 2 how we do, and if you want to catch my journey live, please make sure to check out me on Twitch Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. I'll be live. Links down below, and I appreciate you even being here. If you support me and you like what you saw, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'll catch you guys in the next video. There is a part 2 reflecting on my journey throughout platinum. It's been rough, and it's going to be more of a recap and really talking about, is it worth it for a casual player to get to diamond, to even try to get to Masters or Apex Predator? What does that even mean? Quantifying that in some way, shape, or form. So I hope you guys do subscribe to get the part 2 of this video, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something from it. Thank you guys so much for being positive. Thank you guys so much for being you. I wish you guys the best, and I'll catch you guys real soon. Until next time, adios.